So I feel that my last fight with Nick Hein and I were in a very weird place, you know? I was coming off 2 losses. He was coming off a losing streak too, and there was really no pressure. Man, I kind of just come into the game and just kind of have as much fun as I can and like enjoy the moment and get to travel. That I was enjoying Stockholm and now we're enjoying Singapore. But during that fight, I just really wanted to learn and just develop and just get better. You know, this is the reason why I'm in the game. I'm constantly trying to learn. I'm a martial artist at heart, and it was so cool getting that win because I finally was able to put my game together and was able to put, you know, all the techniques and everything together. I changed my camp, and yeah, we got the stoppage. You know, there's one thing getting a win, but there's also getting a stoppage, and that was just great. We're in the game of millimeters and milliseconds. I like to think of it as, man, anything can happen in a fight, man. With these, and I like to explain to people that with these little gloves, man, anything can happen. You could be, look at the Yair Korean Zombie fight. Yo, like Korean Zombie was winning all the way to the last few seconds. You know what I mean? And and that's what makes this game so exciting. So as a fan, I feel like that's what makes MMA and what makes the UFC super exciting, is because anything can happen, you know? And there's so many intangibles that people don't know about. And as a competitor, it's even more exciting, and it's even, you know, it's very fascinating for me as a competitor of how hard and how smart and all the different intricate things that you have to think about during training. And you know, that's why I feel like you know, attention to detail and just trying to have all the different types of advantages that you can going into a fight is key, you know. And preparation is key because anything can really happen, you know. And a fight is very chaotic, you know. You can have this whole romantic freaking game plan in your mind, but man, as soon as that bell rings and gloves and leather starts flying, it's a whole different thing, you know. So I think, as a, you know, for a competitor and as a fan, it's one of the greatest sports ever. My fight with Caleb Cruz. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So my fight with Caleb Cruz. So Caleb, it's so funny because I met Caleb and his family. I was paying my water bill and my power bill, and they his sister came up to me and was like, "Hey Frank, man, my brother is a huge fan, and he would love to take a photo with you." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So you know, I got to meet him, and dude, right off the bat, I knew this kid was special. You know, like he just huge UFC fan. He just had that persona, you know. He had that character, and he had that X factor, you know, that you can't really teach anyone. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, you know, I know I'm gonna run into this kid again. And it was so funny because leaving where I was paying my bills, he was like, "Hey Frank, I'm gonna fight you one day." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, freaking right on," you know, like this little 11-year-old is threatening me, you know. But he was, man, great energy. And then the Make-A-Wish Foundation actually reached out to me and asked if you know, we can do a little event. I was like, man, I would love to, you know. I called up my coaches and I called up this team, and I got everyone together, and with the help of the Make-A-Wish Foundation and with Spike 22, Purebred, and all my training partners and my team, we threw a fight night. You know, it was a Caleb Cruz versus Frank Camacho, and we went. The fight was great, man. All his family and friends were there. We went 3 rounds, and yeah, man, he got the stoppage. He ended up beating me in the 3rd round. So I'm coming back into this fight with redemption, because coming off that loss was a tough one. It's kind of a cool story because when the Make-A-Wish Foundation hit me up, you know, I was thinking like, wow, man, you know, I'm gonna make this kid's day. Like, this is so awesome. You know, I'm really giving back, and you know, he's always wanted to be a champion and this and that, and I was just looking forward to, you know, me giving back. But the crazy thing was, instead of in preparation of the fight, during the fight, and then after the fight with me and Caleb Cruz, it kind of taught me that, man, I wasn't really there to inspire him. He was more there to inspire us. He's it was just a crazy experience, and I think that's one of the true blessings that I get to have as a martial artist or as a UFC fighter or in the business that I'm doing, is being able to connect with people like Caleb and connect with families like Caleb Cruz's family, and it was a huge blessing, and it's just super glad that I'm able to meet people, with my career choice. Yeah, so a lot of people always ask me like, "Oh, Frank, man, yeah, we're gonna have fight of the night again." I'm like, dude, honestly, I promise you, I'm trying not to get punched in the face, okay? And I promise you, I'm trying not. I mean, yeah, I'll take a fight of the night, but I mean, I'm trying to win. You know what I mean? A performance of the night would be way better, but maybe it's just my style, and if anything, man, I was just super honored to have the opportunity to compete against a guy like Beneil, formerly ranked guy. I see it as a huge opportunity for me to really climb the ranks and put a stamp on my name, and especially for the Singaporean fans, because Singapore is very, very special to me. It's where I made my debut against a tough guy, the Leech, and I am not going in there to try to get a fight of the night, but man, you have a guy just as tough as Beneil and crafty as Beneil, and we both need these wins, so it's gonna be a very exciting fight. I'm just gonna be getting in his face and try to take him out, and he's gonna try to do the same, so it's gonna be very exciting, man. I'm really stoked for this one. Hey man, to all the Filipino fans, dude, my kababayans, thank you guys so much, man, for all the support. The Philippines too is a very special place for me because it was the first time I ever won a title. Man, I was 16 years old. I fought. I think it was like the URCC, and if there's anything about the Philippines and the Philippine fans, dude, they can appreciate really good fights, man. You have one of the greatest boxers ever, Manny Pacquiao, and it just comes from a very warrior culture, hardworking culture, but full of humility, and it's just to all the kababayans, I just want to say, man, thank you guys again for all the love and support, and mabuhay Pilipinas!